Well, like the title says, this will be European cars. This will be our second installment of European cars. We will start with some limos. And I'm going to start at the top today. Let's make sure I'm on the right shelf here. Nope, let's start right here. This is going to be a really cool model from X Car Toys. This is Vladimir Putin's Russian Limousine. I don't know the brand of the actual automaker. X Car Toys makes this diecast. Really nice piece. Yeah, that'll sit right there. And up next is this really cool Pullman Mercedes limousine. It's got some Iraqi flags. This is a reproduction of Saddam Hussein's limousine. And this was done, I believe, by a company called DCM. And I might be mistaken, it might be Master. But Mercedes Pullman, very famous vehicle, absolute striking diecast piece. And up next, another dignitary's vehicle. This is a Rolls-Royce. This is the type model that Queen Elizabeth has. I believe this is going to be DCM or LCD or Master as well. None of these guys put names on the base of their models. You can see the wonderful grille on the Rolls-Royce as well as the hood ornament. Very famous. Right-hand drive, of course. This is an English vehicle. And last up on, well, you know what? We're going to start another row here. This is a Chinese vehicle. I believe that this is called a Hong Chi. And this is what the premier and all the head honchos over in China were rocking in the 1960s. I think they roll these out for promotional use nowadays, just for like parades and stuff like that. The current, I believe this is the current choice for the Chinese diplomats. And this is a, they're part of a red badge edition of vehicles. And you can see all the red accents on the vehicle. Very nice model, extremely expensive. Only the well-to-do and diplomatic party leaders in China get to buy those, and probably don't even buy them. They're probably supplied by the state. So let's get into some European vehicles, knowing that I'm going to reshuffle these as we move up and down the shelf. First up is this really cool Peugeot from Norev. Some of the newer Norev castings, if you guys aren't aware, are actually 1/64 scale. This is an Audi from, believe it or not, RMZ City, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it doesn't say that, but I think that's what it is. And this model ended up being 1/64 scale. So that is why it is on the shelf. We'll keep on trucking. Here is one that's probably not quite 1/64. This is a Welly, and this was a gift from one of my friends overseas. I just don't have any other Maserati true to scale. So for now, this one gets a pass and gets on the shelf. Here is another Peugeot from Norev, a 208. A gift from either Chasing Diecast Cars or Diecast Dude. Pretty cool little hatchback. Super excited that Norev's new stuff will be 1/64. All right, check out this Wren Transporter from Diecast Dude, one of my favorite pieces. Very historic and iconic trucks. This was the fastest ever surface vehicle for a race team. This is done by Norev, and it is very heavy. It is a fantastic model and really well done. The Transporter is actually done a little bit better than the Racer. That was part of a Mercedes racing team, I believe in the 50s. But that is a really cool, I'm not big on team transports, but that is one I do like, here's a green light Golf. You guys probably have seen tons of those. We even saw one on the first episode of the European top shelf. So we'll get these a little bit better situated, do our last 2 rows, and then move up. So we've got this really cool Volkswagen Jetta or Passat, one or the other, I can't remember. What does that say right there? Santana, that's right. This is from Era Car. Era makes a lot of vehicles out of Hong Kong. One of the few that I have that have opening doors. You can see it's a right-hand drive vehicle. Doors are okay on it. Got lensed headlamps, as you can see. Lens tail lamps. There's your Santana badge. I like that one. We'll go with a Renault up next. This should be a Norev, and it's a Megane. Hopefully it's not too far off of 1/64 scale. A lot of paint details on Norev, but that's okay. Cool cars that you can't find with a lot of other brands. Here is one of the Shanghai Volkswagen collaboration dealer exclusives. That's a mouthful. This is a Volkswagen Yeti. Again, it's a Volkswagen by name, but they sell them over in China for that market exclusively, and they are made at plants in China. Romania being represented with a Dacia Duster, or Dacia. Sold under many different names across the rest of Europe, but I do like it that it has the Duster and Dacia badging on that one. That is from Norev, I believe. Here is a Kyosho, and this is an Audi A3 Sportback. Pretty cool little hatch. Lens tail lamps on it, lens headlamps, blacked out badging on the grille. And from East Germany, this is a Grell. A lot of you younger listeners or viewers may not even realize there was 2 Germanys at one time. This is a Volkspolizei vehicle that probably caused a lot of heartache and anxiety in East Germany. I think this was a vehicle used by the, I forget the name of the secret police, but rounding up possible dissidents. You know what? I think this one should have gone. Let's make a little room for him over here because we've got a row of pretty cool black sedan limos or fancy cars coming up. Let's start with a Phantom Coupe, Rolls-Royce Phantom. When I took it out of the package, I mashed the hood ornament down, so be extremely careful. I believe this was done by DCM. Could be mistaken. A lot of these companies are doing these high-end luxury European sedans, and it's just hard to keep track. A lot of them don't even have names on the sites when they sell them because they're here today, gone tomorrow. Here's a really cool Toyota Crown from Hobby Japan. We just looked at this one not too long ago. Is it a Crown or a Century? Crown, okay. Hobby Japan does really amazing die-cast pieces. And I don't know why this one is in here. I think it's in there because of the limos. But we are still looking at European cars. We've got a Master Mercedes-Benz. Incredible detail. Look at the interior on this one. You've got wood grain, you've got chrome, you've got details on the center console, you've got paint on the steering wheel. Just a magnificent Mercedes from a company called Master. Lensed headlamps, front and back, of course. Look at that grille. Up next, we have got another Toyota Crown. This is a different era. We just saw this one not too long ago on a premium brand mix, but we've got loads of interior detail, some wood grain, multiple colors. Won't spend too long on it. We just saw it not too long ago. You can find that video in a premium mix on Twice Diecast. Last one is an older version of a Toyota Century. Now this is the absolute pinnacle of luxury in Japan, and this is reserved mainly for the royal family and heads of state. You can see Century on the rear. Beautiful rims on this. Just a magnificent piece. I really tend to try and get all these super high-end luxury vehicles from overseas. So this is part one of the second installment of the European car video on Top Shelf. We've got the limos mixed in as well. So I'm going to rearrange these cars and we'll be back for the final half of the European shelf. We will wrap up the second installment of the European vehicles by starting off with a Johnny Lightning surprise entry for me as well. Aston Martin Lagonda, I believe, is this one, and this one measured out to be actually 164. These are going to disappear for a minute until we pan for the whole shelf later. So pay attention now if you want to see these. Here is a green light offering us this really cool Ford Escort Cosworth. And one of my favorite new releases. This thing is absolutely beautiful. We will continue with another Cosworth, this one being the latest N064 Ford Sierra Cosworth. And this thing has quickly jumped up my list of favorite pieces in my entire collection. This work done by N064 is nearly flawless. Wheels are perfect. Interior, lamp, detail, all that I documented on a premium mix video not too long ago. Absolutely love it. We've got a pretty nice Benz here by Norev. This is a SL class Roadster, convertible, what you call it. Plastic wheels on it. One of the better Norevs, actually. Lensed headlamps. Beautiful, beautiful Benz. Last but not least, getting France on the board again is this Bugatti. This Chiron is from a company, a newer company called JKM or Jackie Kim. They go by JKM now. But this thing puts the Hot Wheels version in perspective as far as price point and what you get on a premium model. Absolutely amazing piece, and I love the fact that it is true 1/64 scale. The Hot Wheels version is a nice one. It's just really, really big for that vehicle when you compare it to others. Here's a Squareback from Greenlight. Nice clean version they put out not too long ago. Lensed headlamps on this one. Nice accessory with the roof rack and simulated wood. License plate. Really well done. Even a pretty authentic trailer hitch there. I'm not big on trailers and that kind of stuff, but I can really appreciate that hitch. Just saw this one not too long ago. Mini GT makes this Lamborghini Urus, and you get a luggage box on top. Metal body, metal base. Lens tail lamps on that one. Beautiful piece by Mini GT. I believe Era Car is who gives us, nope, X Car Toys gives us this Jetta wagon. Lensed headlamps on it. And you've even got defroster lines on the rear glass. Nice metal flake green and great wheels on it. Really sharp little car from X Car Toys. They are all over the map when it comes to what they put out. Mini GT does this M3G80. No, excuse me, Para 64. My bad. Brand new one with the big grills on it. We just saw a lot of these on a recent video. Won't spend too long on it. Up next, last, is a little Audi Roadster from Kyosho. This TT, it's got the rear safety support additions behind the seat, got lens tail lamps, Audi badge, chrome on the front. Just really a sharp little car. Like I said, Kyosho does an entire Audi line where you can get almost every vehicle in the Audi catalog. Moving on down, I think we've got a Tarmac Works here. I picked this up from Diecast Extreme in Coleman, Alabama. AMG Gt2 Rs in a race spec with the wing. Fantastic wheels. You can see a caliper back there that doesn't move with the wheel. And look at the detail on that. And here we've got another Mini GT. Can't have too many BMWs. Got a carbon fiber roof on this. M4. Mini GT does these European sedans as well as anybody. They do most of their vehicles really well if you want to check out that brand. This is a Tarmac Works. This was the first Tarmac Works I ever purchased, this R8. Got it specifically to look at the difference between a premium vehicle from Hot Wheels and Matchbox with some of the other brands that I was just getting into, and it was very clear right away why these other brands are gaining in popularity. Just loads and loads of detail. Para 64 gives us this BMW right here with a black glass roof. You can see the black matte paint showing the brake in the glass there with the B-pillar. Really a cool car from Para 64. That is a brand I really can't endorse enough. Aerocar does this really classic Audi Sedan A6, one of their more tamer offerings. Aerocar does a lot of Hong Kong specific service vehicles. If you're into that, check them out. And I'm not sure why they did that Audi, unless it was just at the very beginning before they really honed in on their range. This Gt2 Rs comes to us from Lamley. His personal collection. Sometimes he puts stuff for sale on eBay, and I snagged one day. This is a Kyosho 911 Gt2 Rs. So, you know, wasn't thrilled with the black frunk on that, but the fact that it came from his collection is kind of neat. Got a little card with a signature on it. Who does this? Schuco does this really cool 911 Turbo 991. Schuco's a brand from Germany. If you don't know them, they do true 164, and they do it really well, as you can see by this 911. Got a classic 911 here. I believe this is by Schuco as well. Yeah, look at the fantastic 911 Turbo 1975. Look at the wheels, the turbo on the door, lensed light bar all the way around. One of my favorite Schucos that they have done. And turbo on the door panels, yeah. Really well done by Schuco on that one. I think this is a Hot Wheels. Believe it or not, we've got some Hot Wheels on the shelf. 930 Turbo, look at this. This was I believe it's 100% Hot Wheels, maybe was the name of it. And just, they knocked it out of the park. Don't mind putting this one on the shelf at all. Side view mirrors, Wheels are a little bit chromy for my liking. Opening feature has a engine that you can look at, and it looks to be true to scale. So we've got it on here. Para 64 does this bluebird or yellowbird rather, rough CTR1, and I got it in black. They have it in yellow. Really cool version. Last row for the European shelf is going to be some Lamborghinis. We've got some harder to find Kyosho. Here is a Miura Hota. Love this vehicle. Look at those sexy lines right there. Louvered rear glass. Now that'll get a spot on my shelf any day of the week. Up next is a Kyosho Harana. Not sure how to say it, but it is a good looking car. Lens tail lamps on that. Chrome all around your windows. A very good, clean Lambo badge on the bonnet. Wheels appear to be, maybe the stance could be a little bit better, but perhaps it sat that high. Maybe compared to the Miura. If we've got a Hot Wheels, we got to have a Matchbox on here, right? Matchbox does find a place on the shelf with their best of Miura. And I love it. Love the wheels. Love the two-tone color. They really did this one well. They can do them when they want to. Last two, kind of a funky one here. This is a, oh man, I forget the name of this one. Silhouette, okay. Thought maybe it was some kind of Spanish name. Kyosho does this Lamborghini Silhouette. And the wheels, look at the wheels, guys. Absolutely spot on, period correct. Just a cool car, really cool car. And can't have a European shelf without a Countach. I thought I was getting a straight stock blue one. I love the wheels on it, they are accurate, but this was some kind of special customization that a Lambo owner, and I forget the story on it, somebody can help me out. It's a Kyosho, but it is as close to a stock one as I have found recently. I'm sure there's one out there. That's gonna do it, guys. That is our second European shelf, along with the limos and super luxury sedans. We'll just kind of pan out here. I appreciate you guys stopping by for both of the European top shelf videos. And until the next time, this is David at Twice Diecast. Take care.